both of these ladies blame each other for that loss of rival turf, and there's a bit of a score to be settled here between the two.
Can you smell that? Can you see it? It's fear, Nate. It's fear. Look at Britenay in the corner. She is literally couldn't be any closer to not being in the ring while still being in the ring. Trying to stay away from JPE, and I don't blame her. JPE, devastating, powerful woman wrestler, probably what I would say the best New Zealand woman wrestler I've ever seen. And Britenay knows she's got her hands full.
Well, Cardinal, as you said, it's been 10 years since JPE first graced the IPW ring, and if there's one thing that hasn't changed, it's her mean streak. It's a mile wide and it's a mile deep. And if you get on the bad side of that mean streak, you're in for a world of hurt. And I think Britenay's one in that world for her tonight.
Oh, absolutely. And then don't get me... Wow, look at that show of strength there. Don't get me wrong. When I was saying earlier about the possible divided loyalties of myself and the audience, I'm not going to suddenly go up to JP and invite her out for a coffee in Danish. I'm not going to hang around and watch Big Bang Theory with her or anything like that. But I believe she's right here. I believe she has right on their side.
Yeah, and let's not take anything away from Britenay. Britenay, she is also one of IPW's most experienced female wrestlers. JPE may have started wrestling, 10 years ago in the early days of IPW, but Britenay was in that first match of the resurgence of the women's division in IPW.
And let me tell you the other huge advantage, Britenay, hand-trained by Danny Jacobs, the protege for her entire career. And Jacobs, one of the most cunning New Zealand wrestlers ever. She's had the crash course for many years in what it takes to be the top.
That's right. You can believe that Danny Jacobs has had his hands well enveloped in Britanay's development.
And of course, it's not just about development, it's not just about the intangible things. It's a 3-on-1 advantage out there. You have Danny Jacobs, the sneakers man, and their monster Elias. JP doesn't look phased at all.
That's right, the Man Mountain Elias and Danny Jacobs both stalking around ringside, and make no mistake about it, neither of these men have any hesitation hitting a girl, let alone JPE. As we've just seen with proof positive there, with the Man Mountain sort of cutting off JPE as she goes to the top rope.
And now the two of them waiting to check if... I was going to say waiting to check if JP's okay, but let's tell the truth. Wait and see if the referee's still distracted by Britenay.
Well, they're obviously just helping her back into the ring, and she just keeps slipping down and falling over. And if Danny loses his balance and happens to drop a knee onto her, then that's her own fault.
She fell out and couldn't get up.
See, she fell down and couldn't get up.
3-on. She couldn't get up because she had Danny Jacobs and Elias all over her. And
hey, they do not feel that way about JPE. They would not be all over her like that.
I don't think they feel that way about... Well, I'm not sure if they feel that way about women in general. Britenay charging in. Britenay spears in the corner. And JPE, she's really perhaps bitten off more than she can chew. And I never thought I'd say this. Britenay dominating.
Well, it's smart play here from Britenay. Those spears in the corner, just right in the solar plexus of JP, just driving out all that air, and then just, as we've just seen, just whipping her around by her head. JPE may have a mean streak a mile wide, but Britanay's vicious streak is almost as wide and almost as deep. And again, if you cross Britenay, again, just like JPE, you're in for a world of pain.
It's a different thing. JP has always been about hardest anger, Oh, look at that show of strength.
Yes.
Britenay just hoisting JPE up onto her shoulders.
Jaw jacker from the shoulder mount.
But as you were saying, JPE is quite rightly, she's all about power and mean, mean and viciousness.
She's a malevolent force of energy. Britenay is nasty. She's catty. It's a slightly different kind of thing. I haven't seen it to an action. It's kind of clear to me what the difference is between these two. I've never seen JPE pulling hair, scratching. JPE will slam you to the canvas.